Hey guys, it's Eric James with Active Bodies. Welcome to the 5th episode in our series using a suspension trainer and resistance bands to do your workouts at home when you can't get to the gym. Today, we're going to hit shoulders. More specifically, we're going to hit the 3 heads of the deltoids, the anterior, the medial, and the posterior. As always, we're using a suspension trainer from TRX. The resistance bands come from Power Systems, and the links to both are in the description down below. So, let's go ahead and go over the shoulder workout for today. The 4 exercises that we're going to do are a resistance band standing push press. Then we're using the suspension trainer to do an exercise known as a face pull. Then we're going back to our resistance band to do a simple exercise known as a lateral raise or delt fly. And then we're going to finish off learning our alphabet doing Y's and T's using a suspension trainer. So those are the 4 exercises for today. Let's go ahead and get started. The first exercise is going to be the standing push press using the resistance band. In order to do this exercise, you're going to place one foot on the center of the band and step the other foot over and in front, putting you in a staggered stance. This will help protect your low back as you do this exercise. Put your hands at your shoulders, elbows down in front, and the band on the outside of the arms. Keep the elbows in front of you as you start this exercise. From here, press your feet firm into the floor, flex the shoulders, extend the elbows, and drive those hands up toward the ceiling, getting your arms right on the side of your head at the top of the movement. Engage your abs, maintain control, and exhale at the top of every rep. This is a great exercise for working the front part of the shoulders, the anterior delts. The next exercise is a TRX Face Pull. Now this exercise is great for working the rear delts, your posterior deltoids, and your external rotators. To do this exercise, you're going to face the door, lean back slightly, extend your arms out in front of you with your hands about shoulder width apart and your palms facing down. You're going to initiate the movement by pulling the elbows back. As soon as you do that, you're going to immediately begin externally rotating, pulling your hands up toward the ceiling as you pull your body forward. You're going to end up in a W shape with your arms at the top of the movement. Ideally, you want to bring your hands as far back as possible, getting a good squeeze on the rear delts and your external rotators, and then release and return back to starting position. With each rep, be sure to keep your abs engaged all the way through the range of motion. You're going to exhale at the top of the movement, that is when you bring your head and face forward between your hands, and then make sure, most importantly, that you keep your elbows at the same height as your shoulders to properly target the rear delts for this exercise. So that's a TRX face pull. Now we're going to hit the middle part of the shoulders. We're going to use a resistance band and do a lateral raise, also known as a delt fly. For this exercise, pretty simple. You're going to place your feet on the center of a resistance band, hands on the handles, palms facing inward. Keep your knees soft, abs tight. Exhale as you raise the arms out and upward, parallel to the floor, and then returning back to starting position with control. The final exercise in today's episode is really going to hit all 3 heads of the deltoids. We're going to use the TRX, and we're going to do an exercise known as Y's and T's. For this exercise, lock your elbows, raise your hands up toward the ceiling, keeping them shoulder width apart, and pull yourself forward. This is the Y portion of this exercise. Slowly lower yourself back down to starting position. From here, you're going to rotate your hands externally, keeping those elbows locked. Pull your arms out and away along a horizontal plane. This is known as horizontal abduction. Pull your body forward, get a good squeeze on the rear delts, and then slowly release, coming back down to starting position. This is the T portion of the exercise. You're going to go back and forth between these 2 movements for the duration of the exercise. For this movement, like all the others in this episode, make sure you keep your abs engaged, exhale at the top of the movement, and focus on form. So, those are your 4 exercises for today's episode. Now, before we move on to the workout, I want you to focus on one important principle: form. As you do these exercises, I want you to keep in mind that the shoulder, although it's very mobile, it is a very delicate joint. So, don't be so haphazard in the angle that you have for the TRX or the resistance bands that you're using in order to perform these exercises. So be smart about it. That said, here's the workout that we're going to do. For that shoulder push press, you're going to go for 15 reps with 60 seconds of rest in between. Again, using a resistance band that you can perform 15 reps perfectly. The next exercise will be that TRX Face Pull. Now for this one, we're shooting for 10 to 15 reps. I want you to kind of work your way through this. You're going to get 90 seconds of rest to make sure that you're well rested before you do the next set. After the face pull, you're doing a delt fly. You're going to do 15 reps with this, again, using a lighter resistance band. And if you only have a very heavy resistance band, either A, drop the reps down to 10, or kind of go into a little bit of a lunge, stooping down to kind of give you some leeway in that band as you raise your arms up. Going for 15 reps, 45 seconds of rest in between. The final exercise, the Ys and Ts, you're going for 10 reps of each. So you're alternating back and forth between the two movements. You're going to get 90 seconds of rest on this exercise as well. So that's your workout. That's your episode for today. Hitting shoulders. Remember, focus on form. Shoulders are a delicate joint. Don't go messing around with it. All right? So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you feel like you learned something, please share and like. Let all of your friends know that I exist. I greatly appreciate it. And if you have any questions, either comment down below or send me a private message. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. I'll see you at the next episode. Have yourself a great day, guys.